ಮನೇಲಿ ಇದ್ರೇನೋ ತಾವು ಒಳಗ್ ಬರೋದು.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಗಳೇ, ನೀವು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಸಿ. ಅದೇನೋ ಮದುವೆ, ಮುಂಜಿ, ತಿಥಿ, ಗೃಹ ಪ್ರವೇಶ.
ಅದು ಗೃಹ ಪ್ರವೇಶ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಗೃಹ ಪ್ರವೇಶ.
ಅದೇ 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 ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಮನ್ಸು ಹೇಳ್ತು, ಬಾಯಿಂದ ಗೃಹ ಪ್ರವೇಶ ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು.
ಹೌದೌದು, ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಹತ್ತಿರವಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೋ.
Hi everyone, this is Jyotsna Hegde with NRI Pulse. Joining us today is Sihi Kahi Chandru. He is a versatile artist. He is an actor, producer, director, and so many other talents that he has buried under himself. So we're going to find out more. He is here in Atlanta to celebrate 50th anniversary of Nrupatanga Kannada Kuta, and we're very happy to have him with us today. Let's start with Nrupatanga Kannada Kuta. Tell us how you came to be here, and I know you've been interacting with a lot of people here in Atlanta. So how has your experience been so far?
Okay, I was pleasantly surprised when Santosh called me. Santosh happens to be a friend of my brother, my younger brother. So one fine day he called me and said that Nrupatanga Kannada Kuta is celebrating its golden jubilee, and he wanted me to come as a guest and give a small performance or something like that. So I was very happy and I agreed to come here. And we are two of us who have come here, me and my another good friend Chandrashekar. So we are staging a small skit kind of thing, play, and of course individually we'll be doing 2 stand-up comedies. That's the program that we are going to give in this Golden Jubilee celebration. And it's been a great feeling coming to Atlanta. Earlier I'd come to stage a play called Nee Naanadre Na Neene Na in Atlanta. And it was a one-day visit. Like we came in the morning, staged the play and left in the night. So we literally didn't stay in Atlanta. So this is the first time I'm staying in Atlanta for a week, and so many Kannadigas here, and it's been great meeting them. The love and affection that they have showered on me is exemplary. So I'm really grateful.
So can you tell us how your journey into this art world happened?
See, actually I have been acting from childhood in my school and college, and I've been in theatre. Then after my college I decided to take acting as a profession. So
Somebody in your family also?
Nobody.
Oh, so this is entirely
It's just I just wanted to get into. I am basically a mime artist, and I was very well trained in mime, and I decided to take mime as my profession and travel across the country and if possible across the world and give mime shows, and that's how it started. But by that time, before that,
and your parents didn't think anything. I know, Indian parents are usually.
Of course, they had their own apprehensions, and they were worried, and they didn't want me to take this as a profession. But you see, what happens is that at some point of time they have to give in, because I was so adamant of what I wanted. I'm passionate about it. So I decided to take this as a mainstream profession. But unfortunately, before I could really bring this dream of doing mime shows into a reality, I got an offer to act in a serial called Sihi Kahi. Now, Sihi Kahi is the first regional language serial that was aired in Indian television. It was only Hindi in the national telecast. But in regional language, the first serial that came was a Kannada serial, and I was the hero.
What year was that?
That was in 1987.
87.
I was the hero of that. So I am called as Sihi Kahi Chandru.
Yeah, you go by
So
that.
my journey started with Sihi Kahi, and
How many episodes?
52 episodes. It was all weekly then. It ran for a year. And after that, I started producing serials. I started my own production house. I started producing serials, and touchwood till now I have produced about 10,000 episodes for television. And then I entered cinema as an actor, and I do comedy roles in cinema. I have acted in about 500 movies now, and still going strong. And I also cook on television. I host a cookery show called Bombard Bhojana. I have, in fact, I was the.
Are you a good cook yourself?
Yeah. I was the first fellow to start a cookery show on television. Nobody had actually done a cookery show, and way back in 1992, I started the first cookery show called Rasapaka. Then
before
on, before Bombard Bhojana. It was Doordarshan then. There was no satellite channel.
True.
So then I did for a satellite channel Bombard Bhojana, and the journey is still going on. I have produced hosted about 2,000 episodes of cookery only. I've cooked for 200 episodes.
So we can at least say 200 different dishes then.
2,000?
2,000?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And approximately around on an average 2 dishes per episode. So
wow.
That's the number of dishes I've cooked till now. So
you're an actor, you're a cook, so your wife has nothing to worry about. So
she's got everything to worry about.
Because you don't cook for her, do you?
No, when she cooks, I find the mistakes, so she has to do it.
So is there a day in the time of a weekday that is allotted just for you to cook in your house?
No. Actually, it's not like that. It is. I'm slightly crazy in the sense that suddenly when I'm sleeping, I will dream of me eating something. And that will be something new, and I get up in the middle of the night, go down to the kitchen and cook.
So you also come up with new dishes, not just the old traditional
No.
Oh, really?
No. So my cooking is like that. And sometimes my children want me to do something unique for them, special for them. So in those situations, I cook in the house. But my cooking in the house is very limited. My wife is the master. Okay? She is the boss of the house.
Yeah.
And
don't mess with the home.
No. I never take that risk. So whatever she cooks is very good, and I enjoy eating it. So that's how it is. I was also a radio jockey for a private FM channel called 92.7 Big FM. I hosted 2 shows on the channel. There was a morning show called Big Coffee, and there was an afternoon show called Retro Talkies. I hosted the shows for 4.5 years, and I was on contract, and it went out very well. It was a daily thing, and 4.5 years I did the show, and I won the IRF Indian Radio Forum Award. It's an All India award for the best jockey for 2 years in those 4.5 years. Of course, then my contract got over, and I wanted a change, so I came back to television. So the shift between television, theatre, cinema keeps happening. So, but I'm still active in theatre, and I do theatre every year. I stage about 2 or 3 plays.
So as an actor, how do you find when you act in? Are you the same? Do you have to make any transformations when you're acting in, let's say, a theatre versus acting in a television series versus acting in a movie?
See, acting in a television series or cinema, there's not much of a difference,
Right.
But acting on stage is a different mindset altogether. Because in cinema or on television, you don't have to do the full scene. You only have to say one dialogue, there will be a cut. So you only get prepared for that. The tough part of that kind of acting is that you have to keep switching on the character. So you are a character, you finish the shot, you are then yourself, then again you come in front of camera, you switch on to the character. So you have to keep switching on and off and on and off. But in theatre it's not so. In theatre, if it's a 2-hour play or a 1.5 hours play, you have to be that character for 1.5 hours, and you cannot afford to miss your dialogues. You cannot afford to forget a line. You have to remember the whole play. I mean, that 1.5 hours length of whatever the play is, you have to remember that, and you have to ensure that you will not fumble, you will not try to recollect a word, and it has to go smooth and it should look very natural. So it's very tough to do theatre, and
So
the
in that
advantage
sense, being a theatre actor sort of carries into being a good actor.
Yes. The advantage of theatre is that you get your response instantaneously, in the sense that
Instant
if I-
gratification.
yeah, instant gratification. So I crack a joke, I hear a laughter that motivates me to do better. Whereas in cinema or on television, you don't get that feedback immediately. It's only after it is released, the movie is released or that episode is telecast, that you realize that people are seeing this and they're liking it. But you are not actually getting a physical response from the audience. That is very important for an actor, because he has to know how he has been able to touch the viewer. So that happens very easily in theatre than on cinema and television. So that's the kind of difference that I find.
So now you're a producer and director, and we hear so much about the OTT platforms these days, and it's provided a nice platform, especially for independent movie makers who don't have a lot of budget. And what are your thoughts about OTT versus, let's say, the 70 screen that we see around?
See, OTT is picking up very well now, and a lot of work is happening there. And they predict that OTT is the tomorrow. So everything will become obsolete. It is only OTT. But personally, I feel that seeing a movie or seeing a serial or a series on my hand in my small screen of my mobile is nothing compared to seeing it on the big screen. Like if you go and sit in a theater and you watch Titanic, for example, the effect you feel in terms of the sound, the camera work, the actors being more than life size, and all that is so engrossing and so enticing compared to what I would experience if I see it in a small screen. I might have an earphone, I might have anything, but it will not give that effect. So I don't think that cinema will become obsolete. Maybe television might become obsolete. Television might become, because again, television is a small screen, it's not a big screen. It's very difficult for OTT platforms to actually overtake the big screen. The technology, all said and done, however good it is, cinema is always one step ahead. So, and of course, people might not go to a theater to see a movie because it will come into their mobile, it will come to their iPad, they can see it on their iPad. So they need not go to a theater and see it. But people who are actually cinema buffs, who like cinema, who enjoy cinema, they would always prefer to go to a theater and experience that surround sound, the effects, and the whole feel, the music, the dialogues, the volume, actors, big size is unimaginable. I mean, that is the ultimate.
But Atlanta is touted as the Hollywood of the South.
Oh, really?
Yes. Chance you will be producing something here in Atlanta?
I have no idea, but if I get a chance, I will. Why not? Why not? Unfortunately or fortunately, I am so busy back home that we tend to just attend to our daily work, and we very rarely decide I have to stretch my arms and to some other place. That doesn't come. And like I am so involved in my Kannada language productions that I have still not ventured into other languages in India only. So coming abroad, I have not really thought of it. But if I get an opportunity, I'll do it. Art has got no language.
Yeah, and you can make, you can produce a Kannada movie here.
I can produce a movie without dialogues.
Remember, today Kamala Hassan's movie, Pushpaka Vimana is the only one that was so well made, right? I mean, it was a mute movie, but it was just amazing.
Yeah. Mr. Bean, for example, no dialogues, and he is popular across the world.
Transcends all boundaries.
Yeah, that's the reason, because nobody wants language. Yeah. So, who knows?
And you're in the comedy space too.
I might get a brain wave to do something like that.
Absolutely. Charlie Chaplin.
Yes, they were all wonderful
Icons.
filmmakers because they would communicate a story without using any words.
Exactly.
That's-
The expressions.
yes.
Right? It's all about expressions. So what? You're an actor. You're a producer. You do. You're multifaceted. But ultimately, as an artist, how do you define success? What does success itself mean to you?
Okay, for me as an actor, success is being able to be alive in the field you're chosen. As you know, now I am in television, I am in theatre, I am in cinema. As long as I am alive in these three fields, in the sense that I get work and I'm acting, I think that is success. Success is not earning money. I don't believe that. I believe that you have to be working consistently, and an actor's life is on daily basis. Okay, if there is no work, then he's got nothing to do. If he's got shooting to happen, and it is only shooting. The day the movie gets over or a serial gets over, till another assignment comes, he has nothing to do. So, how he keeps himself active in such a way that he's working every time defines his success. So, that's how it is.
What is your message to aspiring actors?
Treat every day as the first day of your career. Everything will fall in place. The moment you think you have reached, you have achieved, something, that is the start of your downfall. So the day you think each day is the first day of your career, one thing is that you are grounded. Two, you have to keep yourself updating to the present scenario, be it technical, be it thematic, whatever. You have to keep yourself updating. So you have to be, you have to get up every day and say, this is my first day. That's how you can really survive for a long time. If not, your survival will not be for a long time.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
It was wonderful.
Thank you.